Good evening, everybody. My name is Pablo Erat, and I'm a passionate triathlete and a serial entrepreneur. I was asked two questions. First, what the reason is why I started with triathlon and why I'm so passionate about it. And the second is tips that I might have for people coming newly to the sport or looking at the possibility to join the journey. So let me start with the first question. And the reason why I do triathlon is actually pretty simple. It's because it fills my life with a lot of joy. It makes me feel truly alive. And I very much enjoy training, where I can improve my fitness almost on an everyday basis together with my wife. And the other reason why I'm so motivated about it is because I have competitions that I can look forward to. And that's something that to me is very exciting, to push my limits, to compare myself with others. That's something that gives that excitement and that kick, and then to a certain extent the reason for the hard training as well. And the last point is the wonderful triathlon community, which is very close to my heart, and it gives me a feeling of belonging. And if you come to the second question, tips that I might have to people who are motivated and would like to join this journey and this movement, I would say the first tip is to pick an event and define a goal for yourself that is truly motivating and exciting, because that energy you will need in order to get up every morning and do your training on an ongoing basis, because the continuity is actually what allows you to become successful at what you do. And the second tip is to break down that goal into an intelligent plan which is well structured and adapted to your level and your ability. And typically, especially for amateurs, it's very important to put a lot of emphasis on quality, because quality is more important than quantity. We don't have a lot of time besides everything else that we are doing, so we have to ensure that we take a maximum out of every minute that we are training. And the third one is, and that's a requirement as well, we have to create a very strong discipline, because a plan is worth nothing without solid, continuous execution. So what might help here is to make the training to a routine, like brushing your teeth in the morning. When you come home in the evening, even if you are tired, you put on your shoes, you go out running, and if you still after 10 minutes feel really tired and miserable, you can always return back home. But in 99% of the cases, in my experience, it won't happen, because when you start to train, you feel much better and you keep on going. And then the last tip to you is recovery, and you should recover as a real pro, as a champion as well, especially when you're doing a lot of other things besides of your sport. So put a lot of emphasis on healthy nutrition, try to minimize the intake of sugar or eliminate it in total, and also put a lot of emphasis on sleep, because if you do a lot of intensity training, for instance, you will need more sleep, and the progress will happen during the sleep. The supercompensation will happen during the sleep, so ensure that you really get it. That's very important for your progression. And then the last one, which is more like an advice and a reminder to all of us, we should not take ourselves too seriously. Independently of how good we are or what kind of achievements we are doing on this journey, it is not very remarkable. It might be something that is important to us personally, and it might inspire a few people around us, but it is not something that will change the course of human history. So let's stay humble, let's stay happy, let's remind ourselves that the reason why we are doing this sport is to have fun and improve our own health. So those would be some small tips on your journey, and I wish everybody a fantastic evening, great training, great progress, stay healthy, and I look forward to seeing as many as you as possible in January at the wonderful triathlon event in Goa. Bye bye, everybody.